Hey neighbors, how you doing? It's Miss C, and this is a new series I'm starting because one of my neighbors requested me to talk about how I save money and how I manage my finances. So we're gonna get a little personal all up in the pocket book. Are you ready? So today, if y'all like this video, I can have more money matters videos, but this is my first one, so y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Today I'm just gonna give you 5 of my money principles that I use to help better manage my money. Let's get started. I got my little notebook here, so if I look down, everything all good. Okay, number 1. You must take responsibility for your own money. Now, if you are an adult, you kind of already know this, but if you're a teenager or still considered a kid, you can still do this by saving your allowance that your parents give you when you do chores around the house. If they give you no allowance, if they don't, say mom, pops, daddy, whatever you call them, I have a proposition for you, a business deal. Let's work it out. I'll do me some chores around the house and you give me a little money. Talk about it. Hey, ain't no telling. Put on the charm. You know how to do it when you want something from your parents. You know how to look all cute and adorable and all that stuff. But as for adults, you must take responsibility for your own money. You need to know how much money you are getting in and how much money you are spending. If you don't know that for yourself and you allow someone else to take care of all of your finances, they basically are controlled. They're basically controlling your living situation, how you live, what type of lifestyle you live, because you don't know what's going on. And yes, they can tell you that, but it have to be a person that you trust, a person that has proven themselves over and over again, because some people are just not honest. It do have some honest people out there, but you still need to know what's coming in and going out for yourself. You need to have your hands on your money, or at least be able to get your hands on it when you need it, or when it's important, or if an emergency should arise. You need to be able to take care of different types of transactions in your life. If you can't do that, then you're not responsible of your own money. So that's number 1. You must say, I want a steady foundation. I want to be debt-free. I want a debt-free future. So therefore, I'm not always looking behind my back for somebody I owe, or I borrowed some money from, or a rental center, or someone who I owe money to. You want to live your life knowing, of course, if you living on the earth, okay, you're going to have some bills. That's automatic, unless you stay in the boondocks somewhere and don't nobody know you there, and you didn't build a house or something. You just living off the land. That's one thing. But if you stay in a big city, it's going to be kind of hard to live free unless you're freeloading on somebody else and you're not paying no bills, you're not paying no groceries, you're not helping contribute to their household bills. Then you're wrong for that. I'm just letting you know you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not good. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But number 1, take responsibility for your own money. If you don't have no money, you better find a job and make some money, or start a business, or team up with somebody and come together and get a business proposition together and start from the ground up. You need to be working towards your money somewhere. Cut some grass, make some t-shirts, use your vehicle to move people. It's always some way, some kind of hustle you can do to make you some bread, okay? Don't be around here being broke. It's too many avenues and streams to make money. So if you broke for a long period of time, in some cases it's due to like medical health. I'm not talking about all that. I'm just saying, if your behind is lazy and you broke, that's just how you're gonna be unless you get up off your behind and you make you some money. So be willing to know how much money is coming in and what's going out. That leads me into number 2. You need to make a budget. I know how much money comes in my house. I know how much goes out of my house. I know how much I have for emergencies if something should happen, if one of my vehicles should mess up or something. You have to be aware of what's coming in and what's coming out, because you don't want to be in the red every month. That's in a deficit. That means you are making money, and you might even be making great money, but you too loose with the fingers. You spend too much money. So if you write everything down in front of you, you will be able to see. You need different columns. You need to know your net worth, all your assets. You need to know what are you bringing in every month, what you might have stashed away in an IRA or any kind of savings or any kind of stocks or whatever, depending on what's going on in your life, in your world. You might not have that stuff, but if you, this is for just someone is not tied up in a lot of investments everywhere. If you just work and you get paid every week or bi-weekly, then you need to know how much you're making. You need to put that down. If you believe in God, then you know 10% come off that money because God gave you the strength and the energy and the power to get up, to go to work, to make that money come home every day. Be safe with your family, okay? So God gets his 10% if you believe in God. If you don't believe in God, you go move on to the next step. You put some money to the side. You pay yourself. That's very important. In your budget, you need to have a place where you pay yourself. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's your paycheck. You worked hard for it. But as soon as money come, money go. So you automatically have bills. You have a roof over your head. You need lights. You need water. You need gas to heat up the water. If you want cable TV and all that, that's extra. You got cell phone. You got insurance. You got burial insurance. You got car insurance. You have to have money for your vehicles, for gas, for regular maintenance, all of that, and any other kind of expenses you may have, okay? All of that needs to go in your budget. So when you get your paycheck, you need to know what days your bills come out of your account or what days you pay them. How much is it usually is? Is it a fixed amount? Or is it a flexible amount? Like some bills, like a water bill, can go up or down depending on how much of the usage you have. Just as well as light bills go up and down. So put everything in front of you so you can see it. When you get money and just have it in the bank and always using a credit card and buying this and buying that, you have no idea how much money you are truly spending unless you keep every receipt and you keep up with the money that you're spending. A lot of people don't do that. So make your budget. Know what you're getting. Know what automatically is leaving out the house every month. And whatever is left. Oh wait, you get the money. You write it down. You pay yourself first. You give yourself a little amount after God's money if you saved or whatever. The rest of that money, you take the amount for your bills out. Set that to the side. Get them ready to pay. And whatever left is the rest of the money for the household, for you can take care of household needs besides bills. Besides bills. Okay, so that's what maybe what food and clothes and other little things you might need around the house. That's what you can use that for. The rest of that, if you still have money after that, then you can save the rest or put it in an account and just let it stack up. But if you broke after you pay your bills, then you're not making enough money and you need a better job, or you might be spending too much money. You're gonna have to find out a place where you can cut your expenses, so therefore you can keep more of your paycheck instead of it going out of the home. And there's so many ways you can do that, and maybe we can talk about that later. Okay, moving on to number 3. Live below your means. A lot of people love a luxurious lifestyle. They want to have what the Joneses have. They want to be able to show off what they have worked hard for. And yeah, that's good and well, but showing off can keep you broke as well. If you want to really save money and be prepared for any emergencies, or you want to be prepared for a better future and a better tomorrow, sometimes you have to learn that you need to sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. If you're always trying to show out today, in the future you might have showed out today, but in the future you might be homeless because you were stunting too hard. You must realize that the money you make today can last you into the future if you allow it to. But if you have loose fingers, loose hands, and as soon as you get it, you burn it, and you just waste your money, you're going to be broke the majority of the time. And being broke is nothing nice. Baby, it's frustrating. Let me tell you, it's frustrating. It causes stress in marriages. It tears up marriages. It tears up relationships, because when no one takes this responsibility of the money and taking care of bills and making sure things is done, it's getting kind of hectic. Okay, do you feel me? It's gonna cause so many problems. So live below your means. Okay, you don't need to buy everything you see that's nice or look cute. Things are advertised to tempt you to buy them, but if it's not a necessity, if it's something that you can live without, guess what? You can live without it. Leave it where it's at for a little while until you have made more money to where it'll be okay for you to purchase that item. You know within your heart, come on, let's be real now. Let's be real. You know when you go shopping or window shopping how much money you got up on you. You know how much money is in the bank. But you also know what kind of future you want. You know what kind of college you want your kids to go to. You know what type of comfortable lifestyle you want in the future. So sometimes you have to sacrifice what you want right now for a bigger, better future. Okay? So you are going to have to learn the word no. And you're going to have to use it on yourself, not just other people. I know other people might beg and ask for money and all this and that. And it's easy to tell somebody else no sometimes. Or it might be hard depending on the person, how big and how soft your heart is. But baby, let me tell you something. Everybody that asks you for money is not, I'm going to repeat, is not going to pay you back, especially friends and family. So do not get into the cycle of always lending out your money when you don't even have enough money for yourself. I don't do that. When somebody come and asks me for money, I evaluate in my mind what I'm working with. I got that. That's taken care of. Okay, I got a few dollars. What you need, baby? And if I can help, then I help. But if I can't, I don't lie and say I don't have no money. I'm sorry, I can't help you. I say the money I have at this time, I'm not able to lend out. I'm sorry. And I'm telling the truth. Yes, I got some money. But is it for you? No, not today. Honey, not today. It's not for you today. And move on about your business. Go ask somebody else or do whatever else you need to do. But you can't put yourself in a messed up position for somebody else. Especially when you know that very same person would not do the same for you that you would do for them. Leave them type of people where they at. Because they're leeches. Sucking whoever they can suck until that person is dry and they go and attach to the next person. So beware of leeches, okay? So live below your means. If you got a mansion and you can't handle paying the bills in the mansion, get a regular size family house. If you got a regular size family house and you can't pay the mortgage, get you an apartment. If you are in an apartment and you can't pay the rent, maybe that apartment is too big. Maybe you need a smaller apartment. Maybe you need to move to another area of town where the real estate is lesser, a more lower income area, so you are able to pay the rent. Move into an efficiency. Sometimes you have to downsize. Now, if you don't have enough money for an efficiency, then you need to call your mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, somebody, and start living with a family member. And the money you was paying or trying to pay for the rent that you couldn't pay, you need to give it to that person. And you need to say, excuse me, I'm having a hard time living on my own, paying my bills and stuff. I have this so much money to spend every month. Can I give you this so I can stay with you, so I can save up some money until I get back up on my feet? If none of them options work for you, baby doll, honey bun, sugar lips, then your only other option is a shelter. And you can make things work in a shelter. It's going to be mighty hard. It's going to be really hard. But I have seen millionaires come out of shelters. It's all about your mindset. Sometimes you have to go through the hardest things in life to get the things you truly feel as though you deserve. But live below your means. That means you need to downsize. If you are in a predicament to where your bills are too much, your house note is too much, or whatever, you need to find something that's cheaper, that's lesser, so you are able to pay your bills on time and be able to cover everything without having to starve or without having to go without. You see what I'm saying? So it's time out for the stunting and showing out and stuff. If you got millions of dollars and stuff, okay, you can do what you want to do. This video ain't for you, okay? Because I'm a middle class woman with a middle class budget, okay? So all that extra showing out and stuff, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm on the move to bigger and better things. And once I get there, can I show off a little bit or do whatever? Yeah, if I feel like it. But by then, after you work hard for so many years, you ain't trying to go out here and show everybody your stuff just so they can come take it. You better be watch who you stunt in front of. Because you want to be seen. That's why you stunt. You want to be on the scene, being seen by people you don't know nothing about. So sometimes we set ourselves up for failure, because sometimes you can get out there and stunt too hard around some hungry individuals that don't have nothing, and you might get got. Just a warning. That's all I'm saying. So, the first one, take responsibility of your own money. 2, you need to learn how to budget your money. 3, live below your means. Time to cut some things off you've been doing. Excessive stuff, spending money frivolously, just letting it flow out your hands, giving people money, buying stuff you don't need, all that, you're going to have to cut that short so you can hold on to more money, so you can make plans for your future and be able to accomplish those things because you have the funds. If you don't save no money, you're always going to feel like you're in debt, like you're drowning, like you're not able to survive. And I don't want you to feel like that. Number 4, know the difference between your wants and your needs. My daddy taught me this one at an early age. He said, Kathy, you must know the difference between the things that you want and the things that you need. Then he asked me, what do you think a want is? And what do you think a need is? And he broke it down to me where needs are the priority. Those are what come first. Those are the things you need to survive. Like a roof over your head, a vehicle, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet. You need food in the refrigerator. You need gas in your car. You need insurance to be able to drive legally on the road. You need to keep up all your registrations. You need your driver's license. You need your passport. You need emergency money. Now, wants would be something like cable TV. Everybody don't have to have no cable TV. If you busy and working towards something, half the time you're not really gonna have time to watch TV no way. But cable TV is a want. It's not a need. You can watch regular old local TV. It might not have the best stuff on there, but you can survive with regular local TV. You won't probably have the shows everybody else is watching, but at the end of the day, if that's saving you $100 to $200 in your pocket, I would rather the money than the cable TV. Or clothes is a necessity because you need to be covered up, because if you walk outside naked, you're gonna get a decent indecent exposure ticket or something like that, whatever it's called. They're gonna lock you up because you can't be walking around naked. You need clothes. Now where the wants come in is the type of clothes do you want. Do you want big label clothes, name brand clothes? Or are you happy with clothes from a department store? It's up to you, but the more higher price the clothing is, depending on your budget, okay? You have to keep your budget in mind. Whatever your budget can afford, if you're making a lot of money, you can splurge on expensive stuff. But if you do not have the money to do it, then those expensive clothes become a want and they are not a need anymore. If you have a budget and it's in the lower range and it has a shirt from anywhere from the range of $10 to $40, okay, that's a range you can buy a shirt in. But if you have that same budget and you want a shirt that costs $1,000 just because it has a little logo on it or somebody's name, that's a want. You doing the most then, because you gonna spend all of your budget. You gonna find yourself in debt just because you want some name brand stuff. You better try to go to Walmart or Burlington Coat Factory or Ross or Marshall or some other store and find you some decent, nice looking clothes that fit in your budget. That would be a need. Regular, nice, durable clothes that can stay with you until you have saved up enough money to buy a new wardrobe. As you do better, you get better stuff. But you can't be poor and broke and sit up here and try to be buying the most expensive stuff in the world. Because you look crazy. Because, yeah, you might look good on the outside, but all hell is breaking loose at home because the bill's not paid. Where are your priorities? What is important to you? Making sure home is good, or making sure people look at you and think you good and everything messed up where you lay your head at? It's your choice. So you must know the difference between your needs and your wants. Your needs is something you cannot live without. A want is something that you can wait till a later time to purchase it, or maybe never purchase it. I like motorcycles. Okay? Do you think I have a motorcycle? No. Why? Because I stay in an apartment. I already have multiple vehicles. What do I need a motorcycle for? Will I have one in the future? I might. I might not. I would rather a private plane. But I don't have one now, and I'm not worried about it. Would I like one? Yes. If somebody offered to buy me one, would I let them? Of course I would. But Miss C is not spending her money on a motorcycle. Okay. Moving on. Last one, number 5. Pay your bills on time. Pay your bills on time. As you pay your bills on time, your credit will get better. But if you have bad credit, most likely you ain't paying your bill on time. Or you have a lot of credit card debt, or you have had a lot of bad financial decisions. But if you want to build your credit, all that is a grown-up report card of your finances, okay? They know all your business. When I say all, I mean all your business. Everything you ever done financially, for the most part, they know it. Because to turn most stuff on, you need an ID or a social security card or something to be able to turn those bills on so you can identify yourself. So all them bills are in your name. And when you don't pay them bills on time, the credit bureaus are taking note of that. And when you want to get a loan, or you want to get a house, or you want to get a car, or you want to get a plane or a boat, or you want to do anything, you want to get a student loan, all that stuff come into play. If you have bills, you already automatically know. You already know the bills are coming. If you have a roof over your head, you know you either finna be paying a mortgage or some rent. Unless you already paid off your house. Even then, you still gotta pay taxes on that house. And state tax and school tax and all other kind of taxes. So that's money out your pocket there. You must pay that bill on time, or you are going to get kicked out on the street and you're going to be sleeping under a bridge or on a park bench or something. You're going to be somewhere. But you're not going to be in that house if you don't pay that bill. Then if you do pay the rent, you're going to want lights in your house. You're going to want water in your house. Those bills have to be paid. You want food. You want to be able to eat when you want to, right? You're going to need food in your refrigerator. So you need to put money aside for food, almost like a bill. How much do you and your family eat a month? Or how much do y'all eat a week? And what you do is do that amount times 4, so you will have a budget for your food for the month. If you have cable, you have the cable bill, your insurance bill, whatever bills you have, you need to get organized, put them all in one place. When they come in the mail, you need to get them and organize them and knock them out as soon as they come in. Pay them early. I advise you to pay your bills early. On time is good, But the closer you pay your bill on time, the closer it'll be late. Because what if you forget? Just think about that. What if you forget to pay it? You wait till right when the due date is. And something happens. Something else takes the attention off your bills, and something else got you twisted over here, and you focus over here, and your bill is just over here waiting to be paid, and you end up paying it late because you didn't go ahead and pay that. So if you are responsible and can pay your bills on time, the day that they want their money for that bill to be paid, pay it on that day. But I would advise you to pay your bills early, so therefore you don't have to worry about it. You already know that bill has been paid. You have the confirmation number. You have the authorization number. You know you done paid it. You done wrote it down. You done checked it off your list. So when the day of the bill comes, you don't even have to worry about it because you already know you have paid that bill already. The more bills you can pay up, the better. If they would allow me to pay my rent a whole year in advance, that would be lovely. They're not gonna let you do that. Plus, too much stuff can happen when you rent it. But if you have a mortgage or something like that, that would be bomb. But you can only do so much and when you live in an apartment, because it's not your property. You're just renting a little piece of somebody else's property. But yeah, pay your bills on time because it affects your credit. If you do not pay your bills on time, that is a negative mark, and that looks negative towards you. So that's almost like getting bad grades on your report card. Every time you don't pay your bills, that's another F on your adult report card. It's like, okay, when a loan manager or whatever, you trying to get a loan, and they see that, they like, okay, this person is not good with their finances. So they're not going to be willing to really give you what you asked for because they know you're not responsible with your money because you can't even pay your bills on time. And that's just regular bills. I'm not talking about credit cards. Oh, and student loans. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hate student loans. I had $10,000 I had to pay back for college. And it took me forever to pay back that money. But I did that because God blessed me to do it. And God will help you with your bills as well. If you ask, He will make a way. He will show you a way. But when He show you that way, you must follow the way He's showing you. You can't just be frivolous with your money. You just can't do whatever you want with your money and expect to get to where you want to go in the future if you waste the money you get. You must have a purpose for your money. You must know what you need that money to do, and you must make sure that the money you make accomplished what you have sent out for that money to do. Your money can't be in control of you. You must be in control of your money. And yes, when you pay your bills, making payment plans is okay. But if you can pay that bill in full, it's better. Because if you get a bill and you get a payment plan and they chop that bill in half, yeah, you might be able to afford it right then. But then you trying to hurry up and make some more money to pay that other half before the beginning of the next month. Because then you're going to get a whole nother bill. So then you have a whole bill and a half that you didn't pay the first time. And you just keep accruing charge after charge after charge. And it becomes so big to where you can't pay it. And you're in debt and your lights get cut off or something get cut off. You getting different color notices in the mail. When your bills start looking like a rainbow and you start getting different color stuff, that's not a good look, baby. That's not a good look. Either you gonna have to find you another job to get some more money, or you gonna have to do something to bring in some more income so you can take care of your bills. The partying, the going out, the spending money, the buying clothes, the taking trips with your friends, knowing that you broke, you can't do that no more. You're gonna have to say no to some stuff and stay at home where it's boring, and you're gonna have to work some stuff out until you have the money to take care of home, where you lay your head, because that's most important. And then after you have saved a large amount of money, at least 6 months to a year of expenses. I don't mean a little expenses, I mean all your expenses in an account, put away where you're not gonna touch it. Put it away. Just forget it's even there. Then if you have some more money besides that, then go out, have a good time a couple times a month. Not every day, not every night. You don't need to be going out. You have to put some rein on yourself, some control, because if you don't teach yourself discipline and you are already an adult and you grown, you're never gonna learn it. So it's okay to tell yourself no in some situations. You're not always gonna be able to go and buy that purse or them sneakers or that hat or that motorcycle or or whatever. You want to go buy all them bundles or go get your nails done or go get your lashes done. All that. Some stuff you might have to learn how to do yourself. Or if you do go buy that stuff, take very, very good care of it so you don't have to keep making the same purchases, expensive purchases, over and over and over again. So, for this Money Matter videos, these were my 5 principles that I talked about. Hopefully they helped you out. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, but I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you like the video, let me know, and I can do another Money Matters video at another date or whatever. But before you go with all the good old information I just laced you up with, I need you to make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I say like, comment, share, subscribe, so we can talk about money the next time, neighbor. Bye.